Hi everyone, welcome back to the Mind Oracle channel. Today we're going to be going over factors affecting eyewitness testimony, and in today's video we're going to be looking at specifically how post-event discussion can affect the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. So before we move on to the AO1 and the AO3 for this topic, let's recap some of the key terms that we need to know. So first of all, eyewitness testimony is the evidence provided in court by an individual who has seen a crime with a view to identify the criminal. This plays a large role in criminal investigations. Second of all, misleading information is when information is supplied that could alter the witness's memory of a crime. And for this specific topic, post event discussion. So, post event discussion is when witnesses discuss what they have seen with people or other witnesses, which will influence the accuracy of recall or the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. So now we're going to be going over the research that we need to know for this topic. The study that we're going to be looking at is the one from Gabbett et al., which took place in 2003. In this study, participants either watched the film in pairs or alone, and there were two possible perspectives of the same event that they could have watched. If they were watching as a pair, they thought that they saw the same thing, but in reality, each person within the pair watched two different perspectives. They then discussed what they saw before recalling what happened individually. Now, the results from this study showed that 71% of the participants recalled something that they had not seen but had actually picked up in discussion with their partner. The control group recalled 0% of such things. So, Galvin said that this could be due to conformity. And this is where the conformity theory comes in, which is when they go along with other accounts due to normative social influence or informational social influence. This will be covered in the social influence topic later on, and it's not because their actual memory has changed. This leads on to the main theory that we need to know about the topic. So, here witnesses become confused about the source of information, whether it be accurate or inaccurate. Now, we're going to be going over the strengths and the weaknesses for this topic. One of the biggest strengths for this topic is the fact that it has real life applications. So, research does in fact suggest that post event discussion does change the accuracy of recall of memory. And as a result, interviews now use cognitive interview techniques, which has been shown to improve the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. This means that more correct convictions happen in court, so therefore it's beneficial for society. Now, the weaknesses of the study include individual differences. So, research that was conducted in 2006 found that age groups have an own age bias and tend to be more accurate when identifying people of their own age group. And they also found that younger people are more accurate than older people. Therefore, the accuracy of eyewitness testimony could be affected by individual differences such as own age bias rather than just post event discussion. So, this means that post event discussion as an explanation alone for changes in accuracy of eyewitness testimony is insufficient, and other factors would need to be considered or more research needs to be done on the topic. Another weakness of the studies, or the research rather, is the fact that the study use supported use as an artificial task. So, if you remember from AO1, participants were shown films of a crime. This is not similar to real life, and therefore the results and the conclusion from the study tell us very little about how post event discussion actually affects eyewitness testimony in real life. Now, that covered the AO1 and the AO3 for post-event discussion as a factor that can affect eyewitness testimony. And while these videos are a great way to improve your understanding of the topic, also remember that I have a website coming up that's filled with detailed revision notes and summaries to help you get the top grades possible. I'm including sample essays that score top marks and evaluations that are more detailed that can help you stay ahead. I'm also including a link in the description below to my Fiverr page where I offer a range of different packages of lessons to help you really solidify your understanding on certain topics and make sure that you can get the best grades possible. So, if you feel like this could be for you, please do go check that out before exam season is upon us. Also, if you are interested in psychological topics outside of the curriculum and want to learn more about a broad range of topics beyond the specification, do go check out our sister channel, which is on our main page called Mystic Mind. We explore loads of different ideas and topics there, like paranormal psychology and attachment theory. So, if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, please do go and check it out. Now, as always, we're going to be doing some exam practice. So, the exam question that we have for today is outline and evaluate the research into the effects of post event discussion on the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. Now, if you remember from the A1 and A03, the study that you could have mentioned for A1 would be Gabbard et al., where participants were either on their own or in a pair and had to recall what they saw in the film. And this showed that participants could get confused based on their discussions with others, even if their memory hadn't actually changed. And you could also mention terms like memory contamination, where co witnesses mix or misinform each other, and memory conformity, where witnesses go along with others for social approval. And if you remembered the AO3, the main three things that you could have said was for weakness, individual difference, and an artificial task being used in the study, but a strength being real life application since it helps to improve the quality of interviews, which means that the accuracy of eyewitness testimony tends to be higher, and therefore we can convict criminals, and that is just a benefit for society overall. Now that's it for this topic, so that would be post-event discussion wrapped up. We do have two more videos for the memory topic before we are done. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe and let us know what you liked and what could have been done better in the comments. We're always looking for feedback to help improve our videos, and happy revision. See you next time.